Hello there, welcome to today's Daily Dominion. We have, of course, all sets potentially. Okay. So anyway, there's a couple things that we've seen in the past can help against AI considerably, which are Inventor, Horn of Plenty, which both kind of enable a big finish. Kind of work together a little bit. It reduces the amount. Inventor reduces the amount of cards you need to get in play for Horn of Plenty. So I will say on this board, it really shouldn't be much of a consideration anyway. So we may want to. We may not be so terribly worried about the Inventor stuff, but it has some possible. I mean, we'll get an Inventor, but I mean, whether we do like big Inventor stuff versus more big horn stuff, I'm not totally sure. Anyway, I'm going to open Masquerade Silver just because that does give us some outside shot at hitting 6, which would be really nice here. It lets us start trashing, and it lets us afford 4s and 5s pretty easily. We don't quite hit 6. We drawn the silver we would have, but that's fine. So we can either here take a pageant and a coin token, or now pageant and coin token does guarantee 6 next turn. It's not that I think pageant. I guess the reason for pageant here is certainly that the border villages are quite good. I think I will take. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up buying probably a farming village and another masquerade or another an enchantress. So let's go ahead and get the pageant. Since we know it guarantees a 6 here. Okay, so here we can either take second masquerade or first enchantress. Potentially, I guess, first inventor as well. I think I like the masquerade though. We draw, okay, so we whiff on masquerade, but that's okay. Let's get a token and try and hit a border village here. So I would normally probably buy a farming village here, but because we're gonna have collision, but I'm gonna buy an enchantress. Just because it's going to let us hit 6 here. And here I'll pick up 2 villages. This looks good. The AI is taking Harem, which gave them a couple points extra because of the 2 silvers gained, but that shouldn't matter. And it's 6 here with a trash as well. We may trigger the shuffle here, so I might just put in the Inventor now. Okay. I do that so that we have the Inventor for our next shuffle. Though we may draw it dead here. Okay, we don't. Really running pretty well at this point. We're just going to end in the end. We're just going to have a lot of. I mean, you can try and do some crossroads draw, but I don't know that it's much better than just having enchantresses and masquerades. Guess the question on the trash here is how much do we care about getting border village? Maybe not really sure. Then this may be incorrect to not trash there. All right, let's get another enchantress into the shuffle. I didn't even see blockade was on the board, to be perfectly honest. Blockade would have been a not unreasonable pickup at some point, though not necessarily like super exciting. Nothing wrong with it, just, there are a lot of competing good things to gain here. But it would have been a totally fine and reasonable gain, and we may still get one. I don't know, I'm finding it a little hard to think of doing it over Inventor, but okay. So we get to do this, and now we're pretty much just like in the clear at this point. It's just a question of adding in the gains. And making sure we have the draw, of course. We probably will at some point have like a somewhat disappointing masquerade pass, but didn't hit us yet. I mean, it'll be fine. We'll just pass a village and go from there. It won't be a big deal, but should we get the second Enchantress just for a little extra insurance? They just played their Masquerade, right? And they haven't shuffled yet, so we don't have to necessarily worry about deck composition too much at this stage. At some point we might just buy a province and have a crossroads. I don't know. This is so inconsequential. The choices at this stage are just super unimportant. Unless we like a 3-pile, which we'll just keep an eye out on. But otherwise here it just super doesn't matter. They have shuffled now, so there's a chance for Masquerade Sadness at some point, but get another Inventor. They pass us an Enchantress. Okay, well, I guess I don't have to gain an Enchantress then. That was incredibly weird. I think the AI has entered their little resignation kind of mode. Which is I suppose reasonable at this point. This is kind of nice that you can do these double village pickups. It's going to let us extend the gain and play a little bit more. Because otherwise we were action limited. I think it'd be nice to get a third Enchantress, actually. I wonder if I missed Border Village gains the previous turn. I probably did. I wasn't really looking for it, so... I don't feel the need to go super hard on the gain and play, but... we need to be able to So playing this Inventor costs us a border village gain in effect, but that's fine. Where are we at now? I'm trying to think what's the easiest way to get the provinces gone next turn. And it may be just to buy one now. Hopefully the AI, I was going to say, hopefully the AI can afford one. That would actually help us in the game, but I think we'll get there anyway. Assuming we find some of the masquerades here. So we can, as long as we have some, I guess we can wait and see if we actually get to the draw point yet, because we're not quite there. There is more masquerades. Well, two more. I guess both these cards are masquerades. Okay. So we can draw 3 more cards. And well, I mean 4 more cards total, but 3 non-masquerade. We can play all the actions. That's not a problem. We did it. Yeah, I mean, the only really thing that hops were doing, they actually had enough village effects that probably could have piled out on inventors as well. Or just without using horn there, I think most likely. Not even most likely, I'm positive. It would have helped us if we were a little action strapped, is the thing that Horn of Plenty would have done there. Otherwise, I think I like how I played it. I don't think there's a reason to get horns until the very end there, and it only matters if you're action limited, because otherwise the gain and play on the Inventor is just way better. And you can't do gain and play with the horn. You can't really do gain and play with blockade either, which I think I still think it would have been like reasonable early game to get blockade, because the consistency aspects of it are kind of nice. But other than that, Inventor just looks way better than the other gainers pretty much across the board here. The 2 pile of villages means actions aren't a huge deal. So AI is just, you know, just this doesn't do anything. But I did have pretty good draws across the board. There's only like one kind of collision-y turn the whole game in the second reshuffle or something. So I'm not surprised it ran pretty smooth. Yep. Nice, pretty nice kingdom. I mean, unfortunately, it's a style we've seen before, so it's nothing new, but still a good lesson if you haven't seen it on how to beat the AI with Inventor stuff. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch y'all tomorrow.